Tu nombre no me lo sé, no me atrevo a hablar. Qué terrible es morirse de sed enfrente de un manantial. Cuando encuentre el valor, voy a saltar sin pensar. Cuando me miras así, el suelo empieza a temblar. Hay algo a cámara lenta y el resto de prisa. Puedo sentir en el pecho algo que nunca sentía. ¿Cómo lo explico? De una manera sencilla y sin más detalles. Te tengo que meter en mi vida, te tengo que meter en mi vida. Dame el permiso adecuado, un margen de maniobra, una luz al final del túnel, el tiempo que te sobra. Veo la otra mitad que encaja perfecto en el cuadro. Cuando te acercas a mí, me pongo malo. Eres justo el problema que no me importaría. Quiero pasarme la vida llorando, contigo muerto de risa. No sigas buscando la calle perdida. De alguna manera te tengo que meter en mi vida. Tengo que meter en mi vida.
Hello. Hello, hello. Hello. To begin, Theo Castellanos will lead us in an indigenous acknowledgement of the land.
Bienvenidos a Miami. We're about to set it off, but before we do that, we would like to acknowledge that we stand on the traditional lands of Tequesta, Calusa, Miccosukee, and Seminole peoples. And we also would like to send respect and honor to elders of the past, present, and future. Ashe.
Thank you, Theo. Welcome, everyone. Bienvenidos a todos. We have officially begun Miami in Motion, the 2019 Latinx Theater Commons Miami Regional Convening. Woo! My name is Adriana Gaviria. I'm one of the co-champions of the convening. We are gathered here today to get through this. No, I'm just kidding. But let's take a moment to look around the circle and see who's in the space. It is an accomplishment that we all have come here, that we made it through all the traveling, all the traffic, that we've carved out some time in our lives to be here together. Also, I wanted to give a shout out to all those people watching live on HowlRound TV. Hello. I wanted to talk a little bit about how this idea or this dream of mine came about. So in 2014, I was selected by Jose Luis Valenzuela as one of the 10 fellows to work at Encuentro, which was a national, very inspiring national Latinx. Actually, should I just grab this? All right. So in 2014, I was one of 10 amazing artistic leadership fellows at Encuentro. And Encuentro was a very inspiring Latinx theater festival, and it was also the second convening for the Latinx Theater Commons. Hold on, let me change the page in case I lose my train of thought. For the first time at Encuentro, I felt empowered as an artist. It was a career-changing moment for me. Just looking around, even Chantal was a huge mentor for me during that. And it was for the first time that I saw the power of our community. And it was there in that moment when I knew that I wanted to bring that experience here to Miami. And it is very special and very meaningful for me to be able to do this here at FIU, where Wayne is sitting there, who gave me my first play, my first role ever. Leslie Ann, who taught me my first monologue. Philip, who can't be here today, but he cast me my first musical. And also, just want to mention Therold, who served for 25 years here at FIU and was the chair of the department at that time, and he accepted me into the program. He passed away in 2016. So a lot of yeses had to happen to make this event possible. It really does take a village. And we are so grateful to our community partners, Teatro Prometeo, Teatro Avante, North Star, CCE Miami, and the Kubik Center. Thank you to Joel. I know he popped in his head a little while ago. He is the current chair of the department. And to Leslie Ann for saying yes 3 years ago when I approached her about collaborating on this. Thank you to the FIU faculty and staff. We are so very grateful to be here. And now I want to pass the energy to our producers, Armando Huipe and Abigail Vega, who will lead us to the next portion of our opening ceremony.
Good afternoon, everybody, and good morning to those of you still who are in other time zones. We hope you catch up soon. So, yes, I am Armando Huipe. I am the LTC producer.
And I am Abigail Vega, and I am the LTC producer.
On behalf of the entire LTC Steering Committee and the Miami Emotion Host Committee, I want to first thank Leslie Ann and her staff and students for their generosity and welcoming us into their space. Thank you so much. And welcome all of you to the regional convening.
So for those of you who are new and weren't able to make it to our first-timers session led by Olga Sanchez and Kevin Becerra, I just want to tell you that the LTC is a national movement that uses a commons-based approach to transform the narrative of the American theater, to amplify the visibility of Latinx performance making, and to champion equity through art making, convening, scholarship, and advocacy. The LTC is a flagship program of HowlRound.
This Miami convening is an exciting moment for us, and we're so grateful you have welcomed us into your community. Adriana pitched the idea for the regional convening back 3 years ago, so it's been a long time coming. And this is our first time in Miami, and we hope it isn't our last.
So I want to take a moment to just do a few shout outs before we get started. So the LTC is so fortunate to be here in Miami with all of you and with the guidance of our two champions, Adriana Gaviria and Edgar Garcia. They have gathered together an incredible Miami host committee who has planned all of these conversations. Everything we're talking about here, they said they wanted to talk about, so we didn't come in and say, this is what you're talking about. It was them saying they wanted to talk about it. So I want to say, if you are involved with the host committee in any capacity, can you please stand or gesture as you're able so we can show you some appreciation? Okay, I'm seeing some folks.
We also get to work with the faculty, staff, and students here at the theater department at FIU. All weekend, you will meet FIU students who are here as student volunteers. If you are part of the FIU community, please stand or gesture so we can show you some appreciation. Thank you.
The LTC would not be where we are without the support of our amazing steering committee. Our steering committee is made up of leaders from across the country who volunteer their time, skills, and labor towards events just like the one you're at today. So if you are a member of our Latinx Theater Commons National Steering or Advisory Committee, can you please either stand or gesture as you're able so we can show you some appreciation? Right. Cool, cool. I also want to take a moment to thank the LTC's generous funders. The Doris Duke Charitable Foundation, the Andrew W. Mellon Foundation. This convening is also supported, obviously, by Florida International University, Teatro Prometeo, Teatro Avante, North Star Projects, and Kind Bars.
At the LTC, we develop partnerships that allow resources to come together to make big impact. A commons is a community plus a resource plus a set of agreements that are managed by that community for the benefit of our entire community beyond these walls. This weekend, we decide how this event runs. We choose to enter rooms with generosity. This convening is a great example of how a commons works. Apart, we may have resources, but together we are a community who can make things happen and make sure you're all in the room to experience it.
So speaking of being all in the room together to experience it, I want to draw your attention, as Adriana did, to our live streamers, Dylan and Stokely, from our amazing partners at HowlRound Theater Commons. We're going to be live streaming events from this convening all weekend long to people all over the world so that people who can't be in the room can experience it. One note I want to make before we do that is and it's going to happen in a second, you're all going to get to practice. If you're ever speaking while the live streaming's happening, you got to speak into a mic or we're not actually being accessible to the folks who are not here. I know that you all can hear me, or at least maybe most of you can hear me, but they need to hear us. So make sure you're speaking into a mic.
Okay, so let's take a moment to talk about how we're going to show up in these spaces. According to our host committee, this event this weekend has 3 goals. So the first is Crossroads for Survival. The second is a moment of self-definition for Miami and the South Florida region, Latinx theater makers. And the third is a moment of exchange with the regions. So we've invited a few folks here who identify along a few orbits to Miami. First, I want to talk about folks who are here from the regions. We invited folks from different places to come and offer deep listening, reflect back what they witnessed this weekend, and to offer guidance and wisdom where they can. And are willing to. Second are humans who are in what we started to call the Miami diaspora. These are folks who are from Miami but have since moved away. We found that folks who moved away from their practice, moved away for their practice, have a strong relationship and identification to their Miami roots. And so we wanted to honor that, and they are here, not quite outsiders. And the focus of this weekend, the innermost circle, are the locals to Miami. Your experiences are the first and foremost priority of this convening. We are here to make space for conversations that you want or need to have. So we're grateful that to be able to share this space with you. And in tomorrow's session, we'll be taking stock as a community of the region's resources, yes, and also the challenges that we face as individual artists and as humans charged with shepherding the organizations and institutions of this region. Miami, we see you, we hear you, and we feel you. So, thank you. I want to, and I just lost my spot. Let's see. Am I inviting up Edgar? Yeah. Is it Edgar? Yeah. Edgar, yeah.
Hola a todos, bienvenidos. Welcome everyone to Miami. I'm Edgar Garcia. I'm the artistic director of Teatro Prometeo. And it's an honor for me to be here and a very big privilege because I came to Miami last year, but I feel like this community has really welcomed me with such open arms and love because of the theater and what we do. And with that, I first want to say, let's not forget that our Puerto Rico folks and friends are part of the state and part of this community, and that they also are here, and hopefully through the wonderful web, they can be here with us because we are part of the Latinx community. Language is not a barrier for us, it's something that unifies us. So with that, I also want to take a moment to to honor the people who have left, have gone this past year. In my case, I want to take a second, and then I want to do a name call of people who you think should be also remembered this past year from our community. But for me, it's very important to say that Victoria Espinosa, who is an Afro-Latina who premiered Garcia Lorca's work in our side of the world, has passed last week. She's a mentor for many of us and a soul that we love dearly and inspired us, and a precursor of whatever we're doing now on the wave of equality and leveling. She was a force to reckon with. So if anyone else can also name some of our inspirations, then we'll take a moment of silence. Can start with Teo that way. Anyone else besides Victoria Espinosa that we want to? Oh, big, yes, of course. Marirene Fornes. Paul? Anyone? The real one, Bill. Anyone else? Ruben Sierra. Frances Cardona, Abdiel Gonzalez. Paul, may I hear the name again so I can say it into the mic? I'm sorry. Will the Real One Bell. Will the Real One Bell. Let's take a moment. And we love you all. So all of you, thank you for the inspiration. And with that, we move to meet each other. And we're supposed to carry the mic so that we can meet each other through the web too, but it's not a wireless. So we'll all stand up here. Okay. And this exercise is gonna be very interesting. Abigail is la experta, like in the examples of this, but in case I missed something. So you all have your item, right? Su elemento personal que tienen que tener, que les pedimos que trajeran. Okay, so we're gonna we only have 20 minutes for this, so we're gonna go quickly. You're gonna stand up and you're gonna have your element or your personal item, and you're gonna say if you're diaspora, out of town, or local, and then why did you pick up your item? And I'm gonna give an example now. And so we have to do it quickly. And then the what? Names. Your name, the pronoun. I'm he, him, she, hers. I'm everything, but I prefer he, him, his. And I've been learning about this because I've been against it, but now I'm like Kevin Becerra gave me like You know, you gotta choose for now. So I chose he, him, his. And so then you do your item and you go, for example, this is a notebook that my niece gave me that says, wherever you go with all your heart. And I'm like, oh, how cute. And then I found out that she was right when I moved to Miami. This was when I moved. So I keep this and all the important notes that I write that I think, like for some sort of magical thing, could eventually realize have happened if I write them here. So that's very important for me. And so we'll begin that process. Abigail to her right. Yeah, come.
So what we're gonna do is, we have 20 minutes. So I'm gonna do it, we're gonna flow. It's gonna be flow, it's gonna be beautiful. You'll see. My name is Abigail Vega, she, her, hers. I'm out of town from San Antonio, Texas. My object is my battery pack because I think of myself as a sustainer. So and sometimes as somebody who can come in with a little bit of energy when you're out of things.
I'm Libya Casas, I'm local, I'm she, her. And my item is, I gotta chill. I'm very stressed.
Hi, Ashley Alvarez, perpetually short. She, her, ella. My object, although I wear it all the time, is my engagement ring. I was obsessed with my grandmother's rose gold engagement ring, which she brought with her when she left Cuba. And I have a very complicated history with my family and Cuba because they left before the revolution. And as I've gotten older, I have learned that it's okay to dig deep into the parts of yourself that you're ashamed of, because that's when you realize where we connect. And it has allowed me to forgive myself. And, okay, bye, that's it.
Hi, my name is Michael Leon, he, him, his. I am diaspora, and my object is a toothpick. One of my favorite filmmakers has a quote that art should be like a rock in your shoe. So the Latino, or my version, would be I love food. So hopefully my artwork could be something that we consume, but it's something that you're constantly wrestling with and it's stuck in your teeth. So that's my...
Also short. Hi, my name is Cindy Castro. The diaspora also live in New York, originally from Hialeah. And this is a notebook, and it's just to represent that I just finished my thesis for my master's in applied theater. Yay! Where I was doing multilingual theater and education, where we made a play called Be Prepared, Las Ardillas Preparadas, and I'd be happy to talk to you about it.
I am Vanessa Garcia, and I am from here. This is my object, which my family from Uruguay brought to me for my 40th birthday, which even in and of itself makes me excited that I'm 40. And it has my son's name on it and his birthday, so I wear it all the time.
Hi, I'm Victoria Collado. I am a recent local, was diaspora, previously local, she, her, hers. And then my object is something that I usually wait for people to get me gifts, but I've gotten myself gifts now. And this is, it's very important. It's from a store in New York that's spirituality. And it has the tiger's eye. And tiger's eye is protection, but also courage. And so to always remind myself to be courageous with what I do.
Hola, buenos dias. I'm Chantal Rodriguez. I'm from New Haven, Connecticut, but really I'm from Los Angeles. She, ella. My object is this little porcelain bird that one of my students gave to me, and it represents what I would like to do as a scholar and as an educator, is to help give others wings to fly. Thank you.
Hi, I'm apparently pronoun police Kevin Becerra, he, him, his. I am here from Boston, Massachusetts, but I am from Southern California, and my object is my Universal Life Church Ministries Certificate of Ministry, and it gives me the right to perform baptisms, weddings, and funerals, and it's like my, so I'm available for hire. Thank you, Anthony. See you at your funeral. So I carry it with me because it's hilarious, and it reminds me of beautiful moments in time when I've been privileged to be surrounded with love, and really like at the center of beautiful, not at the center, but a part of really important moments in people's lives, and connects me to kind of larger questions and events. Thank you.
Hello, Olga Granda, she, her, ella. I'm a local Miami girl, proud to be one. I brought this shawl, which is Turkish and is a gift from my parents, which reminds me of the love of all family and friends that I have around me, but also something that can be beautiful and keep me warm at the same time.
Hi, I'm Laura Termini. I was born in Venezuela, but I've been living in Miami for 25 years already. Wow, surviving theater in this city. Let me decline this call because my tool, my tool is social media, because I believe consciousness and social media opens a door to a new world, and also what you see on the screen is a kind of imitation of our consciousness and modeling of our inner landscape as creators. Bye.
Teo Castellanos, Puerto Rico, raised in Miami. He, him, his, él, ese tipo. My item is my cowrie shell because it's honoring my ancestral, my maternal ancestral lineage. Thank you.
Hola, mi nombre es Marlene Marcos, or as they call me in Hialeah, where I'm from, Marlencita. I am she, her, ella, esa, Guajira, whatever you want to call me. My object is this little heart-shaped paperweight that a 6-year-old gave me, and it means a lot to me because I feel like I'm full of heart, but I'm really imperfect a lot of the times. It's got lots of funky edges on it. It's very colorful, but it's all screwed up, but it's all full of heart. So that's my object.
Hello, my name is Paul. I like this side. Hello, my name's Paul Flores. He, él. I have my button, okay, just so you guys remember. I am from out of town, San Francisco, California. My object I brought is my swag bag from last time we all got together. It says, Teatro por Vida. Yeah. I brought it particularly to remind all the people who are connected to this network. There are thousands, literally, from all over Latin America and all over the world. And just want to say that we love you. And welcome to all the new people to this amazing community and network. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Carmen. I'm not fond of running this early in the morning. You can call me whatever you want, Cuban. So you can figure out whatever that is for you, because I'm sure it's got a lot of different meanings. I forgot my thing, but fortunately I'm enough of an addict of dinosaurs that I always have one kind of on me. So I've got my little Coach wallet because I like mid-level luxury with the Tyrannosaurus Rex on it. And the reason I like dinosaurs is because they have to be excavated and they can't be ignored because they're big and bony, and I think that's kind of like my history and our history. You can never quite ignore what's come before you because it's going to show up whether you like it or not, so you might as well put it on display.
Okay, and I'm short too. All right. My name is Maria Tania Bandes Becerra Weingarten. I am from, I guess now I'm from Washington, just moved there a year ago. My object is well, it's not a real candle, but you get the gist, yeah, una vela. And I chose this because I think that my work creatively, my scholarly work, and just I think life in general, I really strive for honesty and truth, and I think that is revealed with shedding light on things. So that's it.
No, it's okay. I just want to invite us to alternate so that folks have a little more time to make their way to the mic. And if the next person could stand by, so that we can really get the...
Sounds good. All right. Hi, my name is Gina Sandy Diaz. She, her, ella. I'm originally from Costa Rica, but I live in Fresno, California. And this is my item. It's bracelets. Everybody has said wonderful things. I really don't have much wonderful things to say. I like this item because I bought it in Thailand in 1996 when I went there for a year abroad. And it's still with me, and it's still in perfect shape, and it just reminds me of how much beautiful the world is and how much I love to travel. So yeah, thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Tara Houston. I'm here from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I use she, her, hers pronouns. And I brought a little box of model furniture from a model that I've built. I come from a long line of carpenters, and I use these skills best at tiny scale. So this represents years and years of people building furniture for real people, and I now build furniture for fake people.
Hi, I'm Tanya Perez, she, hers party clown. I'm a committophobe, but I was born in New York, raised in Florida. I've lived a lot of places. I'm living in New York right now. My object is what I wear. It's a tiny moon, crescent moon that I got during a crazy midsummer devised project, but it is my touchstone. I know when I'm nervous, I touch it. I know when I need to feel like I'm lost and I need to be found, I touch it, and it symbolizes community and how important the arts is.
My name is Victor Corian. I'm from Puerto Rico, but I moved from Vermont last August. And like a good artist, I never read my emails, so I didn't know that I needed to bring something. But I remember that I carry this. It's my father's initial, also Victor. I gave him a plaque, a gold plaque, for their 25-year anniversary. No, 50 years anniversary, and today is a 55-year anniversary. So I carried this, and he carried the one that has my names and my brother's names. So thank you. First time here. Thanks.
Hello. My name is Natalia Quintero Riestra. So you can call me Nati, Natalia, QR, whatever you want to call me. Hers, she. Thank you. Okay, so my item is my ring. It's the 2 drama masks. I got it the day that I realized I want to do theater for the rest of my life. So I haven't taken it off for the last 5 years. Hopefully it will stay on my finger forever. But it just reminds me daily that when I fall in love with something and I'm very passionate, I stick to it and I keep it with me forever. So thanks, bye.
Hi, my name is Josian Ortiz, he, him, his. I'm coming from Boston, but I'm from Puerto Rico. Edgar just talk about what I consider, and most of us consider, the mother of the Puerto Rican theater, Victoria Espinosa, that passed away last week. But my object is related to the person that I consider that is the mother of the Latinx theater movement in New York, and probably also in the United States, that is Miriam Colon, who passed away 2 years ago. I had the privilege to work with her as her probably last director when during her last years in front of the Puerto Rican Traveling Theater. And so I keep this to remember always her legacy, her struggle, and it's my lucky charm now. Every time that I'm on stage, I have Miriam is with me always in my heart. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Diana Huitrago, Miami local, she, her, hers. And my item is a little egg on toast because my professor, Leslie Ann, used to tell me that I'm the kind of actor that you can put poop, she didn't say poop, poop on toast, and I can make it work. And so it's a little egg on toast. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Osvaldo Sandoval, he, him, his, from Mexico City, Southern California, Michigan, and now New York. And my item is my pen. This is my tool as a scholar, as an academic, as a professor. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Leslie Ann Timlick, and I'm originally from British Columbia, Canada, but I've been in Miami for 27 7 years. This was originally a mistake. I tell my students that mistakes often make the best theater. So I'm going to run around with 2 pairs of readers around my neck all weekend, because I hope that you can provide me some things to work with my students and as an artist so that I can serve them, so I can see things better in this wonderful city that I live in, and also make my bicultural family clearer to me. Thank you. Bye.
Hello, my name is Carlos Roa, he, they. I did not bring an object because I am super, super lame, but I have this book called Emergent Strategy. A lot of folks from HowlRound recommended it to me. I've been chewing on a lot of the ideas. It's about what it means to build a future, what it means to build worlds, what it means to have a radical ambition. Thank you.
Hello, my name is William Guevara. I was born in California, now I live in Miami. He, him, right? This is my object. It's a pin from my first performance here at FIU with Leslie Ann Timlick. It was awesome. I have it because it reminds myself of my love and my passion for this art and myself as a growing and aspiring artist. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Janelle Santos. She, her, they. I'm from La Sahuesera. I'll die there. And even though my grandma is like, ahora vives en downtown, ¿qué es eso? Whatever. I brought my iPad with me because my mother always told me, si tú no te lo resuelves, nadie te lo va a hacer resolver, okay? So if you want to do something, you better figure it out for yourself. That's why I got my iPad. Thank you.
Hi guys, I'm Luis Silva from Venezuela. Been here in Miami the last 8 years. What I brought is my light focusing tool because I like using engineering and mechanics and physics and all that to make art. And I like that even though I don't drink, it has a little bottle opener. So it's like, it's serious, but also fun.
Hi, my name is Peter Meir. I'm from Miami in Villain Theater. He, him, his. My item is my mustache because I always thought that my face could use a third eyebrow. And it also reminds me to not take myself so fucking seriously. Thank you.
Hi, Daniel, local hermit. Me, myself, and I. So, I was going to bring a jacket, and I'm regretting forgetting it. But I do have a pen. I like to write poems and short stories. And sometimes, you know, it's true, the pen is mightier than the sword. So, yay, pens.
Hello, my name is Alicia Cruz. I'm a Miami local and a FIU theater student. I brought a coalition of Immokalee workers pin with me. And for those of us who aren't from here, Immokalee is a community a few hours north of here where migrant workers farm a lot of our produce and agriculture. And I brought it with me to remind myself that if my art isn't serving those communities that are oppressed and facing fear and change right now, then my art isn't worth anything. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Loli Lopez. I have been in Miami 17 years now, come from Puerto Rico, from the land of enchantment, right? There was long time ago, besides the great Victoria Espinosa, my trainer was Idalia Perez Garay, one of our wonderful, wonderful teachers and actresses there. And I remember her telling us that if there was nobody seeing us, didn't matter how many times we knock on doors, we were able to see ourselves. So to gather a group of actors, to gather a group of theater people and do our very own thing wherever. And that's how we would start it, not to give up ever. So I keep a key in my keychain to open door beginning in my own home. And that's the object I wanted to share with you today. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Martha Fernandez Addison. I came from Port St. Lucie, but original from Ecuador. My items is my wedding ring, and that is because it reminds me that I marry a wonderful man.
Hi everyone, my name is Thais Menendez. I'm born and raised in the 305, but I have been living in Washington, D.C. For the past 4 years, and will soon be in Los Angeles, so I need friends. She, hers, and I brought this pink quartz rock that was given to me by a fellow actress on my first two-person show, which was a huge leap of faith. I didn't think I actually brought it with me, and I said, okay, I don't have anything, but then I took out my earrings, and it like came out, and it was like, haha. So it's here. Thank you all so much.
Well, hello. My name is Orlando Addison. I'm from Honduras, and lived with my lovely wife, Martha, in Port St. Lucie, which is about 2 hours away from here. She surprised me because she told me a few minutes ago, like, I don't know what to say, and here she was. My item is actually a picture of Martha and myself, and the reason I have this and I brought it, two reasons. One, because it reminds me of the love that we both have. It's a wonderful love and relationship, but also is the symbol of an indication that love does not discriminate, that you can love anyone and everyone, doesn't matter your race, your gender, your situation. It's a reminder that love opens its arms to everyone, and because the love that we have is an indication that everything is possible. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Joanna Orrego. I was born in New York, raised in Miami, and I currently live in Fort Lauderdale and work out of Boca, so I'm Tri-County. My pronouns are she and her, and my object is my planner/notebook. This is probably the object that I take most with me besides my cell phone and my wallet. I take notes in it. It has all my appointments, rehearsal schedule. Basically, my whole life is in this notebook, so if I lost it, I probably would just lose myself. So thank you.
Hi, my name is Nicholas Gutierrez. He, him, his. I'm originally from Miami, Westchester, but I'm in San Diego right now. And my object is this now defunct movie pass that I found in my wallet because it's great in theory, but in practice, it needs a little work.
Hi, I'm Alex Alvarez. I'm a local. He, him, his. My object is a ticket to the last thing that I saw that was life-affirming. It was John Cameron Mitchell's The Origin of Love tour. It was a little bit queer, a little bit punk rock, like my soul, and it reminds me that what I do as a performer and a creator and as a future educator is to affirm life, and that's what we do. That's what art is. Okay.
Hello, my name's Sam. I'm originally from El Paso, Texas, but I work out of Ashland, Oregon. What I brought was my pin for IATSE. I'm a local IATSE member, been a technician for about the last 8 years, and this represents that I am represented as a technician in the theater, which I haven't seen very much, but now I see it.
Hola, my name is Elena Maria Garcia, she, hers, and my object, I'm a local. I'm a pioneer, actually, one of the first Cubans in Broward. But besides that, my very best friend passed away less than a year ago, and right before Mother's Day, I received a package that she had sent from the dead that I received. And she gave me this bracelet, which it has an elephant and life tree and all of that stuff. And Tori Vale was all about magic and sense of humor, and she was also in the theater, and that was her absolute love. She loved it more than me, and she would always say to me, Elena, there is magic in everyone and everything. You just have to dig deeper. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Melissa Martinez. I'm from Baltimore, but I currently live in New Orleans. And my object is a notebook, so many of us, right? Normally, I guess up until this year, I like to fancy myself a playwright. I have a degree in playwriting, but I haven't actually participated in that way. And this past couple months, I worked in a multi-million-dollar theater for a couple of months, and I just kind of concluded that I'm tired of telling other people's stories. And so for the first time ever, I finished my notebook. I filled it entirely, and so that's why I brought it to me.
Hi, I'm Emma Seeger. I'm a local. I'm very white passing, as you can see. She, her, and my item is a period pad. As a reminder to always be prepared for what life throws at you with a sense of humor. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Adriana Gaviria. My pronouns are she, her, and ella. I am diaspora, born in New York. Came to Miami when I was a month old. My object is a tagua nut. So I love saying that. But aside from that, it reminds me of home. This is a seed from an ivory palm, which is found in certain regions of South America, and it reminds me of familia.
Hello. My name is Wayne Robinson Fernandez Velasquez Lavoie. I'm kidding. Nobody ever says that. No, I'm just Wayne. I'm a pineapple. I brought something I use in every acting class. It's I think it's a really great metaphor for what we do. So, thanks.
Hi, I'm Armando Wipe. Pronouns are they or pronouns with love. And I brought my favorite lipstick color, Stilla Palermo, because it matches my lips almost perfectly. And so when I go out in full drag, this is the me that I want people to see. Yeah.
Hola, I'm Anthony Rodriguez. I'm from Atlanta, he, him, his, and I bring with me an honest confession that I did not read the directions about an object, and so thank you.
Hi, my name is Rose Cano. I am from Peru via Seattle, and I'm so happy to be in Miami because for me this is halfway. It's exactly a 5-hour and 20-minute flight to Lima. I could be there this evening if I just could get some more time off work. But I think this is so important. I'm so happy that this gateway, I've always considered Miami kind of the halfway point between the hemispheres. So I think this is so great that we're all together. And my object, I also forgot, I did read the email, I forgot, but remember that I always wear some kind of wairuro. So this seed is from the Amazon jungle, from Iquitos, and my grandma used to collect them, and they are considered good luck. And I always have either an earring or ankle bracelet, so it represents for me back home and good luck.
Hi, everybody. My name is Richard Perez. I am from Oakland, California originally, and currently living in Michigan. And he, him, his, what else? And the object I have is also a pen. But for me, it represents a life committed to new plays and playwrights. Much of my career has been about that, and also all those folks who've inspired me to write as well. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Olga Sanchez, and I'm originally from New York and now from Portland, Oregon, but I get to go back east to live around Philadelphia. I'm a theater maker, duh, but I'm turning into a scholar. Who'da thunk? I'm doing that because I was inspired by the LTC, frankly, because one of the
the ways in which we do this work is through scholarship, the way which we transform the narrative of the American theater. And so I'm bringing with me the thumb drive that I have used for the last 4 years that has all of my important knowledge right here, which shows you just how important that is, because, you know, boom. But I also brought this one because this is where my next job is going to be, and they handed me a thumb drive, and they said, here's all the information you need to know to take this gig. So I'm going to be a professor, knock on wood, in January, and right? Thank you.
Hi, my name is JD Stokely. I use the pronouns they and them. I'm from Boston/Philadelphia, but I claim Philly more than Boston. Oops. So I brought a piece of red jasper because it's a good stone for healing. And my mother recently told me that she thanked me for being an artist because she said that artists are here to heal. So I hold this with me.
Hello, my name is Dylan Irruegas. My pronouns are he, him, his. I am from Boston now by way of Central Texas. And my object is my tattoo. It says Amor está vivo, because I always thought of love as something more active. So like, yes, love is life. I was like, no, that's too passive, that's too solid. Amor, love, is something very active that is always changing and always lovely. So yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Rongmel Arellán Mariñas. I am here I am originally from Peru, but I live here in Miami. I didn't bring my object. I totally forgot, but I will tell you what it is and I will bring it tomorrow because I can wear it. It's a necklace. It's a necklace that I bought in Georgia when I was participating of the KCACTF competition with FIU. One of those days I just went and bought something. But that necklace is very special because my dad from Peru, that's the way he built our house, by making those necklaces. And it was just very surprising for me to find it in Georgia. And I was just like, wow, this design is from my dad. How did it make it all the way here to Georgia? And it just represents that what we do can go anywhere and will go everywhere. It's just the fact of doing it. So I wear it tomorrow.
Are we missing anybody? Yeah, everybody wants? Anybody? Yeah, please come. Yes. That's okay. Go.
Hey guys. I was working. Yeah. Hi everybody. I'm Danny Mendoza. He, him, his. I am a director, producer, writer, and actor. I am born and raised in Miami. I lived in New York for a while, and I came back. Actually, my thing, I don't know where you went, is, hey, mine is also a necklace. It's a necklace that my parents gave me as a kid. It has the theater masks on it, comedy and tragedy. And it's the only thing I wear, literally all of the time, and that's been true since I was 12. So thank you for having me.
Just want to make sure. Yeah. We are beautiful. I mean, I am so impressed. Thank you, everyone. It's beyond me how someone would think that we don't want any more of us in this country. It's beyond me. We are beautiful, and we are amazing, and diverse, and rich, and powerful. So thank you, everyone. So with that, I want to introduce Cindy Castro and Ashley Alvarez. Yeah.
Hi, so we're about to do an activity that's going to be up on our feet. Yeah. In a moment, I'm Cindy again. Just
I'm
to
Ashley.
reintroduce.
Hi, guys.
We're going to put ourselves on a map. So if this floor, this space, was a map of the world, And where I'm standing is Miami, Florida. Which side is north and which side is south? Please help me.
South. No?
Oh.
Yeah, north should be the...
Oh, we'll just decide for the room. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay, so, because we're in a black box space. So, this is Miami, Florida. That's north. That's south. That's west. And that's east. If I'm in Miami, Florida, this is the map of the world. I would like to invite you to stand up and place yourself on the map from where your family originates from. Which I know might be a little complicated for some of us.
How many generations back?
Whatever that means for you at this moment, at this time, where your family originates from.
If I'm from like 3 different countries,
You just
run around.
Yeah, you decide, girlie. Where you want. However you want to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you going? Where are you doing? You're doing it.
All right, let's make our choices to wherever we are as everybody's settled in.
Good to see you.
All right, I would love to hear what places of the world are represented here. Let's start over here in the room. Okay. Canary Islands, Cuba. Barcelona over there.
Valencia.
Valencia. Puerto Rico. Cuba over here. Venezuela. I can't see you. I'm short. I'm sorry. Anybody else over there? Colombia. Peru. Nicaragua. Huh? Costa Rica. Guatemala. Mexico. Mexico. Honduras. Ecuador. Honduras. Wow, so many places. I love this. Is so exciting.
All right, guys, now we're going to move to where you currently reside, where you live now.
And reminder, I'm Miami, Florida. I'm Miami, Florida.
North.
Just like run back and forth.
Well, I am North Miami.
I know.
I stand just north of Miami because I'm
Need to be just north
Perfect.
of Miami.
I know.
Where we are now, so is that land?
Miami.
No.
Yeah, where you live now.
Guys, I'm going to peek through with the mic.
Yo, where
I'm gonna peek through.
Miami's right here in this room.
Let's go this way with the mic.
All right, are we settled in? Okay, we have over here Miami, Louisiana.
What's up, New Yorkers?
I think, Ashley, who do we have over there?
Over here, what do we have? New York, Connecticut, Boston, Michigan, Vermont. Look at all these. Woo! Washington, Philly. Fort Lauderdale's so close to New York, but yeah.
We don't associate. The border is right here.
Over here we got our.
Who do we have over here? Atlanta. Port St. Lucie. California. Oregon. Washington. Did we miss anybody? No. Oh wow. Okay. You want to do the next one? Or do you want to
artistic home?
You can. Okay. Now this one might be tricky. Where do you consider your artistic home to be? Your home as an artist. If you had to put yourself on a map, this can be creative interpretations. I'm already seeing them. I don't know if that changes for people.
Yeah, and where you consider your artistic home?
Let's find our spots. I see some moving pictures. Could I hear from some of the moving pictures?
Miami feels like home sometimes. Okay. Is there Chicago somewhere? Say, which one are the travelers? Because we have LA, New York, somewhere, Spain.
Yeah. Where to go if you're in more than one place?
So we have a lot of traveling homes, a lot of people who consider multiple places their homes. So, yeah, that's what some people were doing.
Some people were saying that they coexist between multiple places. Some people are saying they wish their artistic home was somewhere different where it currently is. Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry. All right, so now what we would like for you to do is to stand in two lines. So one line over here and one line where Ashley is, and the lines are going to be facing each other.
Yeah,
so
so if we
one
wanted
line
to
over here and one line where Ashley is,
side to side,
facing.
shoulder by shoulder.
Yeah.
Facing over here.
You don't need a buddy across the line. You just need to be in two lines.
Sorry, guys. I'll squeeze in with you.
Should I just stand here for the mic? Okay.
Should we move back a little bit, or?
I think it's normally the other way. I'll just stand here.
Yeah. But we're also like on the camera, so I want people to see. So thank you for adjusting to the space. We just want to make sure that people on the live camera can see us when we do this next activity. So we're going to do an activity called Cross the Room. And you're just going to cross the room after I say a statement if that statement applies to you. So for example, if I say, cross the room if you love pizza. If you love pizza, you'll cross the room to the other side. Let's do that. Cross the room if you love pizza.
Well, love is a strong
Love me some pizza. Yeah.
Oh.
All right, so I heard, well, love is a strong word. I don't know if I love pizza. So at any point, these statements, you can choose to move or you don't have to move if you don't feel like it totally applies to you.
All right, guys, so we're going to first cross the room if you live in Miami. Live in Miami. Yes.
It applies to you. Yeah. Cross the room if you are from out of town.
If you live out of town.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Cross the room if you were not born in the United States.
Cross the room.
You cross the room, but you don't get a representative.
Yeah. So once again, you move if you feel like it applies to you, and you define that for yourself however that means for you. So you can cross the room now if you speak another language than English, other than English.
Now we're going to cross the room if you consider yourself bilingual or multilingual. That can mean different things to different people.
Cross the room if you identify with the term Latinx.
Cross the room if you identify as a person of color. If you identify as a person of color.
So actually, now what we're going to do is we're going to invite you to open it up to a couple of people who would like to. If you have a prompt that you would like to put out to the group, something you're curious that you might have in common with other people, we now invite you to say cross the room if, and throw something out into the space.
Cross the room if you're scared to speak Spanish. I said cross the room if you're scared to speak Spanish.
Say it in Spanish.
Crucen el audio.
Oh, and that's a good reminder. I guess if you want to say something, maybe raise your hand so we can take the mic to you. Yeah. Or we can repeat it, yeah. Oh, we'll repeat it. Maybe that'll be...
Cross the room if you're afraid to speak English.
Yeah.
You want to go?
Yeah. Do you want to just say and we'll echo? Oh, you're coming.
Cross the room if you consider yourself Latinx queer.
Queer.
Anyone on this side?
Cross the room if you've ever been told to speak English.
If you've ever been told to speak English.
Yes, but I died laughing.
Cross the room if you have ever been told that you cannot either teach Shakespeare or any American or British author because of your accent.
She's like...
Cross the room if you've ever been told you don't look like a typical Latin person.
Yeah. Go on, girl.
Cross the room if you've been asked, do you speak Mexican?
I lost it.
Oh, sorry.
It'll come back. It'll come back.
And you speak what?
Yes, over here.
Cross the room if you've served in the military. Wow. Yeah.
Can I see?
Yeah.
Cross the room if you have been to Cuba.
Oh, yeah.
Wayne.
Oh.
Wayne, right? Did you have your hand?
I'll say something.
Oh.
Oh, go ahead.
Yes. Cross the room if you've ever been lost.
If you've ever been lost. If you've ever been lost. Cross the room if you're excited for the conversations this weekend. Oh, we have one.
So sad.
I'm not that excited.
Cross the room if you identify as a playwright.
I was going to say,
Cross the room if your grandmother ever said to you, el pobre es americano, déjalo.
Cross the room if your grandma has told you, really? Theater? You're going to be poor.
Yeah, not my grandma, but everybody else.
Cross the room if you have read Don Quixote.
Red Don Quixote.
Cross the room if you consider yourself vegan or vegetarian.
Across the room if you consider yourself to be an educator. An educator. Any last burning one that we want to throw out into the space?
Over here.
Right over here.
Across the room if you have a hard time with these labels or any in general.
Good closing. Oh, sorry. I think that's a good one to end on.
Thank you, everybody, for participating.
Thank you.
So we ran a little over. So we want to start the breakout sessions as close to 2:30 as we can. I want to just reflect on thank you everybody for meeting each other in the many different ways that we did today. I think that the mapping always helps me to know who's in the room. Seeing the center of gravity be Miami and the folks who are out here is like really beautiful to see, as well as the movement. I love the movement when we identify through that. So thank you. Yeah. I have some things to bring up just to orient you to the rest of the day. I'm gonna say it. So the locations for the breakout sessions that are gonna happen right after this. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. Artist talk, grants, budgets, and more. They're gonna be sharing their narratives, budgets, or conversations around those to help folks just demystify applying for grants. And that will be led by Edgar Garcia and Paul Flores. Paul, where are you? There you are. And that will be taking place in the main stage where we did the first timer session. If you go outside, it's across the other doors. And then we're gonna do take the time today to listen to your creative voice or writing workshop in the library. So if you go out to your left and go back in, go down the hallway that's along the other side of this wall. And that will be led by Orlando and Dwayne. So yes. And then Making Theater in 2020 and Beyond, Politics, Art, and Activism will be in this room. It will be live streamed. It'll happen over here in this general area. And then, so after the breakouts, we'll transition to DM 150, for a special performance by Miami theater artist Naher Jacqueline Briseño. They've been loading it into DM 150 this week. Students will help you navigate your way over. Students, if you could just quickly identify yourselves. Thank you. They'll also help you get to the different breakout sessions. After the reading, you are on your own. We are encouraging carpools to FIU to the Quebec Center. So if you're heading over to the Quebec for our opening night paella dinner and have a seat in your open in your car, please help us get folks over that way. The paella will be ready at like 6:15, 6:30. And we'll also have a moment there for Lights for Liberty that Olga and live music. It'll be a really beautiful party. There's also coverage in case it rains, if you're worried about that. The Quebec Center is, what's the ad? It's in the schedule. It's also
27th Avenue and 6th Street.
3rd Street and 27th Avenue, Southwest. We're using hashtag LTC Miami 19, so please tag us. Smile, you're on camera, point out the live streams. It says. All the live streaming will happen in this room. And we'll touch base some more on logistics after 4 p.m. Abigail will be doing that because I'll be heading over to the Quebec to help set up.